Welcome to the 2017-2018 Men's Basketball Media Days. I'm with Schreiner University head coach Kuykendall and senior Keenan Gumbs. Thanks for joining me today, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Coach, looking at the roster, you're returning two all-conference team players, Keenan and senior Blake Keeley as well. What kind of leadership do you expect out of these two?
Well, not just with those two, but we have 4 or 5 seniors right now on the roster. I expect leadership across the board from those guys, but definitely with Blake and Keenan and the years they had last year, I think just them being a consistent offensive option for us will be nice. But I expect leadership from all of our seniors: Luis Mancias, Andrew Logan, Christian Cantu, along with these two guys. So it's a collective group effort.
And Keenan, looking at last year's run in the postseason tournament, what things did you learn from that you're going to bring into this year?
I learned what it takes, the sacrifice on and off the court, how it is to lead each other and not just have one person in charge of everything, how a good team needs to be player-led and everybody needs to buy in from top to bottom. Like we said last year, we had 18 people on the roster, and it goes from 1 to 18. Everybody has to be just bought in and on the same page to achieve those goals.
Sure. And Coach, I noticed that you guys lost 7 seniors from last year. How will you guys rebuild and fill those roles like you kind of mentioned earlier?
Well, I think I have 10 or 11 new guys now on varsity, so try to bring in some depth at some different positions. We lost some key seniors from last year. With some guys that played some big minutes for us, guys that had different roles. So the biggest thing that we tried to address last spring with our recruiting class was to add depth across the board, because obviously we're going to have some seniors this year that we're going to lose as well once the season's over. So brought in a lot of freshmen, a couple of transfers that I think will help us out. But like with anything with freshmen, it's going to take time for them to kind of figure things out and kind of get healthy and understand what it takes to kind of be successful at this level. But like I said, we got 21 guys right now on our varsity roster. I think 10 or 11 of them are new to the program, so right now it's a lot of learning. But I think over time and the more reps these guys get, they'll eventually begin to really be able to help us out.
And Keenan, as a leader, how will you help some of these new guys transition into the team?
Just being a leader by example. Obviously, we know what it takes. Blake, Louie, and Andrew and I, we've been through it for 4 years now, and we kind of have a good idea of what it takes to be successful. And we've had seasons where we were not very good, and we know what we did during those seasons, and we've learned from those mistakes, and hopefully we can keep building and just be a light for those younger people and lead by example and also help them out when they need it.
Sure. And Coach, talk about how tough this conference can be in men's basketball and how you prep your team each game before you play.
Yeah, I think last year kind of proved the way our league is kind of made up is that, I think we were picked preseason number 6. Didn't make the conference tournament the year before, and, we really started clicking and we were able to, win our regular season conference title. But this will be my 4th year. I think one of the things that happens every year is that no matter whether you're 1 or 8, no matter whether you're on the road or at home, anybody can win any given night in our league on the men's side for sure. If you're not mentally ready to go, you're not physically ready to go, then you can be beat. And that's one of the things we try to teach our guys even now, and not really worried about conference, but just our preparation day by day, and try not to look too far ahead. Coming in ready to go for practice, going to sleep, drinking the proper fluids, all those things are going to help you become more successful on the floor. And so, we're not really worried about conference right now, and we'll more talk about that as we get closer to January. But that is definitely the way our league is made up of. If you're not ready to go, whether you're on the road or at home, anyone in our league can beat you. And so, I think that's what makes it fun.
Definitely. And Keenan, what do you absolutely love about Schreiner's men's basketball program?
Do I love the coach?
The coach is nice. I like Coach K, his sacrifice, what he's done just all my 4 years, and just seeing how much effort he puts in, and that's a great example for us, and it's really been just apparent to me and his work ethic, and it's really rubbed off on me. I just love that just the opportunity that we have to play the game, especially because not many people, there's a lot of people that wish they were in our position right now, and even though it's Division III, people like kind of throw dirt on it, but we still have the opportunity to play the game that we love, and we can just keep doing great things.
And last question, Coach, what will this team have to do to have a great season this year?
I think it's just continue to learn every day, not try to look too far ahead. I think the biggest thing that we're worried about right now is teaching the young guys about what we do defensively and offensively, trying to get them all on the same page of how hard it is to compete at this level. And I think for us is just taking it day by day, continuing to grow closer as a group, closer as a family. And we're going to have to learn early on in the year. We're going to have to play some guys that are freshmen or guys that are new to the program. And like we talked about last year within our program is I don't necessarily worry as much about wins and losses. Obviously, we want to win every game, but I want to see the progression and the growth within our program. I think that's what's more important. So that's really what we're focused on right now is getting guys healthy, getting our new guys up to speed of what it takes to compete at this level, and us just continue to grow closer as a program.
Perfect. Well, thanks for sitting down and talking with me, guys, and good luck this season.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.